Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Digital Titans, and this is the episode number 27. And as usual, I'm very excited to bring coolest updates from all over the digital marketing sphere to you. And let's get started without any delay. The first set of updates that I have today are about Google, and Google, as usual, is making certain tweaks. Some of them are small, some of them are major. Last week, we had a set of major updates that Google has launched to its ads, and there were a lot of things happening on the Google ads, the Google hotel listings front, and Google My Business. If you observe, has been making a lot of changes in the recent times. So, if you talk about those things, there are three updates that I have about Google, and the first update is about Google Search Console. Google Search Console has introduced a new version. It has come out of beta. There were a lot of changes. There were a lot of updates. There were a lot of process-related changes that went on. And Search Console, for a change, is getting cooler. Now, the Google Search Console update that I have today is that Google Search Console will start showing results and the statistics to site owners on Google Search itself. So you don't have to log into your Google Search Console and then start looking at the data. You can start looking at the data now from the Google Search itself of your website, and if you're a website owner. That's a new update that I have. Google My Business has done a lot of updates to its platform. It may be talking about what features they have introduced, and the follow feature that you could use to follow new businesses, like the Facebook page where we spoke about. The recent update is if you're a new business and you can say that your launch date can be announced on Google My Business. Now you can say that the new business will begin from so and so date, and you can advertise or you can promote, or no, not advertise or promote. Now you can let people know that your business would be commencing from a specific date. That's one feature. The second feature about Google My Business is that there were hours of operation, there were days of operation, there were the address that is very important when you have a Google My Business listing. The new update in Google My Business now is you can mention your serviceable areas. You can say that your business doesn't serve when it comes to certain locations or certain areas. Now, if you are a restaurant and if you don't deliver food beyond 5-kilometer radius, you can say that you do not service certain areas in your Google My Business listing. So the next set of update that I have about Google has to be about Google News, and there are a certain set of updates and certain features that are introduced to Google News. It is very vague at this point in time, and it is going to be about publishers who have complained to Google that they're unable to see their listings on Google, though relevant search queries have been searched for. Now, let's say, I'll give you an example. Now, if I am somebody like Facebook, and Facebook has taken over Instagram, for example, so we're talking about that update. Now, when somebody searches about Facebook taking over Instagram in Google search, and if they go to the news section, if my website doesn't show up, there's no point, right? I mean, there are relevant search queries that are being used and searched, then why am I not being shown in the Google News listings? Now, that is exactly what the new feature will address. It will specifically revolve around what publisher concerns are. The second set of updates are about LinkedIn, and LinkedIn has introduced or rolled out a new interface for the campaign manager, the ad campaign manager. It looks pretty much like how the Facebook ad manager looks like. You can specify the goal that you want. Do you want more traffic? Do you want more engagement? Do you want more reach? So whatever you have in mind as a goal that you would want to achieve, you could go ahead and specify that goal before you start running a LinkedIn ad campaign on the LinkedIn campaign manager. So it looks pretty much like the Facebook ads manager now. Alright, so the next set of update that I have is about a platform called Tik-TOK. Sounds funny, but this is a platform which was formerly called as Musical.ly, where people can upload all their videos, whether they're dancing, whether they're performing a skill, they're doing anything that they would want to show and share with the real world. Now, this can be uploaded on a platform called as Musical.ly, which got renamed to TikTok now. Now, the reason I'm talking about TikTok is not Instagram, not Facebook, not LinkedIn, not Twitter, not Snapchat is the most used platform in the world today. It is TikTok. So the recent survey states that this is the app which has surpassed all the other platforms when it comes to user engagement and usability in terms of the audiences. The next set of updates that I have are about Instagram. First things first, Instagram has changed the way the look and feel of Instagram looks like. They're trying to do a lot of changes. Now, go to your Instagram, open your profile, and you would see your account or your profile icon towards the end. Now, that's the last button that or the option that you see. Now, the new update is that Instagram has replaced that with a thumbnail of your profile picture. That's the first update. The second update is they're making a lot of changes to the way data gets interpreted, and they have introduced advanced analytics. When I say advanced analytics, what I mean is now you could start capturing data that you never had access to before. For example, you can start looking at the lifetime value of your audiences. Now, what is the values that a certain set of audiences bring to you in terms of engagement? Now, the second set of update that I have is you could start looking at what data. Data in terms of whether are people commenting more or people liking your posts more. So, what is it that is happening in the data front? Now, you can also look at overlapping audiences. You can start looking at metrics where they're overlapping with a certain set of audiences. The next update that I have about Instagram is launching a new sticker, which is the countdown sticker. It's high time we had something cool like that, because it sounds cool. Now you know that there is a limited time that you are allowed on Instagram stories before we talk about Instagram extending the timeline. Now 15 seconds is how a story can go on for. Now something like a countdown timer would be cool. Alright, so now Instagram stories can be shared as links going forward. Instagram is testing this feature out. Now, if you want to share your Instagram story to a friend, you can simply share it as a link going forward. And highlights, which has attained a lot of importance after Instagram stories, have become very interesting now, and highlights are going to get a different section of their own, not just another row that we used to look at it before. Now, highlights are getting a designated section where you will see all these highlights going forward. If you haven't started using the app called Unfold, you should start using it as soon as possible, because it is one of the craziest apps out there, which gives you extraordinary designs or layouts or templates for your Instagram posts and stories. Now, exclusively for stories, in fact. Now, if you start looking at Unfold app, now Unfold has started looking at a service to design people's stories, and now it's a multi-million dollar business, because people have understood the growing importance of stories, and everybody wants to be there in the stories, not just show stories, but show some cool stories when it comes to Instagram. Now, that's like something which is a jewel in the crown. So everybody is after this setting now, and if you are good with designing stories and if you have a concept, I think you should start capitalizing on that. In my opinion, Instagram stories will not just be any random set of videos or images that you shoot or you upload. It would start carrying a story or a narrative, and it will start looking like so relevant that people with an artistic eye, or people who really have this thing of interpreting stories better, would get a lot of mileage on Instagram. Right, so Pinterest is the next thing that we are talking about, and Pinterest lets you advertise about 5 products in one ad, which are nothing but promoting the carousel ads that we spoke about. So that's like a new thing now. All right, now this is a question to you guys, and I think I'm just going to link it up somewhere, and I would really want to know what happens. Now, I have disclosed and I've spoken about this feature in the past, but I realized today that I only did halfway through. It was an incomplete update. But if you start looking at what the full update is, this is exactly what I wanted to do. Now, if you start going to your Twitter app, go to the Twitter app, and all of us know that Twitter has recently moved the compose button to the right bottom of the screen of your phone. Now, this is what I want you to do. Now, I just want you to press and hold the compose tweet button and tell me what do you see. Now, I'm very curious to listen to your answers, and please comment your answers below. I think this would be something cool, and it's a perfectly cool feature if you ask me, and it's very, very interesting. So the next set of updates that I have are from Facebook, and this is exactly what Facebook is doing. Now, Facebook has introduced a live poll option to Facebook Live videos when you broadcast them. Now, they have made it open, accessible to all the videos that you upload on Facebook, and they need not even be live. They can also be non-live videos. and you can start appending a video poll option to these videos. And you could also set, you don't have to do it throughout the video. You can also set it up between certain intervals, time intervals of your video, and you can say that start this at 1:05 and end it at 1:25. So you can decide where do you want this poll option to appear. Like Instagram, Facebook also has introduced a lot of new advanced analytics, which will start giving us page level insights and what specific actions have been taken on the page, which would not just give us traffic, which Facebook was merely doing, and something called as engagement. And half of the time, let me be very honest, half of the time, most of the marketers do not understand, including myself sometimes, we don't understand what the data actually represents. But I think Facebook is really working on that, and they've come up with really advanced analytics options. In some cases, you can also drill things down to post level metrics about each post, how did they perform, what are the kind of audiences, get some more insights into it and things like that. So I think that is going to be very cool. Facebook has also started giving you response suggestions.